guys, you guys, wrap it up here. We are back with another video today. We are back with another tier list. So, we did Dark Souls 1, all bosses, that was great. Now, we're doing Dark Souls 2, all bosses. And, yeah, I recently beat Dark Souls 2, and I said I'd do a review on the game as well. I think I'm just gonna make a short review into this, because I don't want to make two separate videos. So yeah, overall, I think, like, everyone knows that Dark Souls 2 gets the most hate, mainly because of how it plays and, sort of level design and, you know, a bunch of other stuff that people dislike over the other games. For example, the movement mechanics and the hitboxes and just like the ADP level stat that you have to do, and was not something that was received well. The game still made a hell of a lot of money though, so that's good. It sold well. But yeah, some of the level design was terrible. Like the Iron Key, Black Gold, so Yutter and some other places. The second half of the game I thought was a lot better. I think you can definitely tell that the transitioning between one director and another, and yeah, it has a lot of weak bosses, some mediocre bosses, some good ones though, you know. Definitely some good ones. We'll get to those in a bit. And yeah, I mean, I don't hate the game. I think it's good. I definitely see why people hate it. I think I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's all right. You know, not the worst thing. I do wonder though how much different it would have been if Miyazaki directed it. At the time, he was working on like Bloodborne as well, so we didn't really get to take part in this game. But yeah, so let's get straight into the tier list. So yeah, we had the standard S to F, we know, and didn't fight. I have not fought all the bosses here, so there will be some in this category. And yeah, let's get straight into it. This is the DLC boss right here, the winter place one. It's the one you fight first. Is it like Ava? It's like Ava or something, the king's pet. It's like a frozen tiger that is actually invisible unless you get this one item in the area. Yeah, I think I'm not too big in this boss. It's just one of those like big animal ones that it's not particularly hard. It sometimes has weird movements. Another example is like the Rune Bear. Like, it's sometimes hard to like compute what's happening. But yeah, and you know, it's not that cool. I'm gonna give it a C. It's alright. You know, not the worst thing. Aldia, Scholar of the First Sin. This is a boss only in the Skull of the First Sin version. That's the one I played. And I hear the original version has a lot better of like enemy placement wise, and yeah, I don't like. This is right after Nasandra, or Nasandra, whatever you say it, which is the last boss. And you gotta do something before you fight them in order to trigger his fight. But honestly, like, you know, it's super easy for like a last boss, but I think in terms of lore, and I don't know, I just love when he talks. I don't know who acted him, but big ups to you, man. You did good work. Excuse me. Honestly, I don't know. Fight-wise, it's not good, but I think I'll put an A. Excuse me. I just really like him. I like the talking sequences that he has with you when you light the bonfires. And it would be an S, but it's just like, it's a lame fight. You know, I'd put it better than Sandra though. But we'll get to Sandra. Ancient Dragon. I did not fight Ancient Dragon. I remember I got to a place and I think I remember seeing like someone fighting him. Then I didn't for some reason. I just left. I don't know if he gave me something. I don't know what he did, but I think he just gotta hit him or something. I'll get back to him. But yeah, Belfry Gargoyles. This is the Dark Souls 2 reskin of the Bell Gargoyles in Dark Souls 1. And if you don't remember, I put that as an S tier fight. This, however, garbage. And first of all, this doesn't really have anything to do, like, this doesn't affect, like, the ranking of it. But I fought this guy really over-leveled. Like, I fought him after I beat the game. And, yeah, I think there's, like, 4 of them. And it's a shitty reskin. Like, it really is. Like, it's got the same arena, and the same music, which, you know, I like that they did the same music and stuff, but it's just a reskin, man. Speaking of reskin, we got the blue Smelter Demon in the, one of the DLCs. It's in, like, the Iron Keep area or something. And, man, I don't know, like, I'm an F. Like, I already have mixed opinions about Smelter Demon, but this was just horrible. Like, it took me so long to beat him for some reason. I don't know, I think it's the color, like the blue coloring of him, it messes with my eyes sometimes, and I just can't, like, see very well. I don't know, like, when I was doing this DLC, and when I beat him, like, is that seriously all this DLC has to offer? A reskin boss? Let me know in the comments if there's anything more to it, because I beat him, and I go through the area, and it just, like, loops around or something, back to my bonfire. Like, there has to be more to these areas in this DLC. I don't know, I'm gonna look it up, and you guys let me know in the comments if you want to, but, damn, wow. Burnt Ivory King. I actually didn't beat this dude. I can't find the last knight to help me out. You gotta find like 4 knights to help you close the portals. And it's just those knights that keep spawning in. It's stupid. I hate it. But, you know, I fought him once and I was like, alright, I kept trying, but I couldn't get past the portal part. So, we'll get back to him one day. Covetous Demon. Or Covetous Demon, whatever it's called. Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, this is the boss in the Earthen Peak, like, windmill castle thing. which I actually liked that area. Sometimes it was annoying, especially the enemies inside, the poison. But I think it has a really cool look to it. And to be honest with you, this isn't actually that bad of a boss. It's boring and it's easy, but I think he's memorable looking. Just has that one look that you can remember, you know. So I'm gonna give a C. Like, yeah, I put him better than all of them. Dark Lurker, I did not fight. I don't know if it's DLC or anything. So, Demon of Song. I've had my eye on this boss, and I like this boss. I don't know what it is about it. It's a frog with like this weird, like, ugly face. You know, it shuts its this thing over its head to like hide itself, and it can like surprise attack you. I don't know. It's really easy, but I don't know why. I really like this boss. I really do. I don't think it's A, but it's B. Yeah, I like him. Dragon Rider. This is, I don't know, for some people, it's either like the second or like maybe third boss you fight, depending on where you go. For me, it was the second, and yeah, I don't think it's that bad. It's just like, it's easy, which isn't really like a bad thing, because it's the second boss, or like second or third. But I don't know. I'm looking at D or C. I'm gonna put this one in C. We'll get back to Dragon Rider. There's actually another fight that has something to do with him, but we'll get to those. We'll get to him in a bit. This is Lana. I've never seen this boss before. I don't know where it is. So yeah, we're gonna move on. Executioner's Chariot. This boss is really cool. It's really cool. I think if you guys haven't seen the Dark Souls 1 tier list, I recommend that. And I said that Sif was my favorite fight, my number one favorite, and it was the one I distinctly remember the most when I used to watch my cousin play. This is the same thing for Executioner's Chariot. I remember this boss so much, and I was so excited to fight him, and it was great. I think this is what inspired the roly-poly dudes, is what I call them in Elden Ring, in those temple things where they roll down and they come back around. You know what I'm talking about. They look like this, almost the same. They have like the same concept. And yeah, I really like it. Just a fun fight. Not particularly hard, but it's a unique concept at the time, and I think it works very well. Flexile Sentry. You fight this boss at the end of No Man's Wharf in the pirate ship, which I thought was a little weird, the whole pirate ship thing. I mean, it wasn't a bad thing, it was cool, but it just felt a little weird. But yeah, I think this is an alright boss. There's nothing really else to say. It has a unique concept where there's two bodies on both sides, and they have different moveset and weapons. And you fight these guys later as like normal enemies. Yeah, I'll give him a C. Why not? Fume Knight. I did not fight Fume Knight. I know, it's a shame. This boss gets a lot of praise. I think he's in a DLC somewhere. I don't know. Gang Squad. Did not fight them. Giant Lord. This is like the excuse me. This is like the second version of the last giant. It's in one of the memories you do to get the giant souls or whatever they're called, and it's like whatever, man. I don't think it's F necessarily. I do like the giant design and look, and I did like going into the memories and seeing their passive war, and I thought that was cool. But it's not hard. It's just kind of boring. So yeah. Guardian Dragon. You fight this dude. I forget. It's like the big rock tower things, I think. And to be honest, I like this fight. I don't know about you. I know this boss gets a lot of hate for just being boring and lame. But for some reason, I like this fight. Like, it's not hard, but the arena I thought was amazing. And how I was able to, like, cling onto the walls. There's, like, a bunch of, like, it looks like a cage. And I thought that was cool. I really did. Yeah, we'll go with B. I wonder what our first S will be. King Vendrick. This is a bit of an interesting boss. When you first find him, you actually have to be this guy. I forget his name. First, and then you find this empty circular room with him just walking around slowly. And he doesn't attack you, because I don't think he knows you're there, but you have to get the king's ring so you can open those doors. And if you do try to attack him, attack him multiple times, and then the boss starts, but you don't do any damage basically, because you need more of the soul giant things. Like I said, you go in the memories, and then you can deal more damage. I thought that was a cool concept. But the thing about this boss is he swings like so slowly, but he deals so much damage. Like it was annoying sometimes. Like it looked like he barely swung it, and then half my health was gone. Like damn. But you know, his moves are pretty easy to move around from. You know, you can memorize them pretty quickly. And yeah, I'll give it a B. I like the concept of the giant soul thing. It is good enough, I suppose. But yeah, the last giant. This is the first boss you fight, and I think it's good. You know, it's kind of boring, and as a first fight, I think it's good, but as a tutorial fight, it's not very good. And, you know, you don't really, you can't even consider this a tutorial fight, really, because, you know, if you look at, Asylum Demon, or Unix Gundyr, which I'm currently playing Dark Souls 3 right now. We'll do a tier list as well, after I beat it. And, you know, they're usually inside the tutorial levels themselves, like with all the messages around, but this guy's way after. And yeah, so you can't really count it as a tutorial fight. I do think it's a memorable fight though. I'm gonna give it a low C. It's a shame, but it's whatever. Looking Glass Knight. This fight is really cool. It has a really cool concept where, if you're playing online, he has this mirror and he can summon someone that's online right now to fight you. Or he might, I don't know if he's able to help you as well. I don't remember. But yeah, and if you're playing offline, he just summons like a random, like, offline NPC. And yeah, but everything about this boss is cool. It's a 100% S. It looks cool, sounds cool, arena's good, music's good, boom. Just cool. So yeah, that's our first S. We got the Lost Sinner. Yeah, this guy reminds me a lot of Vendrick in a way, where it's like a dark room, and yeah, I like the fight. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can either use, or you can either light like the area with a torch, I think, and it makes the fight easier because you can actually see better. And I chose to do it in darkness because I didn't know about that mechanic before. Yeah, I think the darkness fits really well for him. And the lock-on range is smaller when you're in the dark. So, but yeah, it's a good boss. Good boss. This is I forget the names and it's kind of hard to read. But this is the duo tiger fight in the frigid outskirts, which is probably the worst area in Dark Souls. Damn, it's one of the worst by far. I didn't beat them because I was just done with that outskirts place. So yeah, I should probably change this to didn't beat instead of didn't fight, because technically I did fight them, but I gave up. So yeah, we'll switch it next tier list. Alright, this is Mytha. This is the final fight that you do in Earthen Peak. And yeah, I got really no complaints. It's a good enough fight, with some challenge involved. There's actually two ways that you can change up the arena. One, you can just go in where there's poison all over the ground, so that kind of makes it harder. Or if you burn the big windmill with a torch, you can actually stop the poison from coming in, so that makes the fight easier, which I think is a really cool idea. I like all the things you can do with fire in this game. And yeah, it's a good enough fight. Lysandra. This fight is very disappointing. Like, it sucks. It really does. Like, for a true last fight, you got Aldia, which is after her, but it really depends on what version you play on. And yeah, it's just like, I don't know. The lore's good, but I don't know if I want to put it at D. I gotta go F. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame, but oh well. Excuse me. It's just boring too. Like, it's not memorable at all. Old Dragon Slayer. So I think this is a score of the first Sun exclusive boss fight, if I remember. And, obviously, they look like Ornstein from Dark Souls 1, from Ornstein and Smoke, and it was nice to see Ornstein again, it was, but it's just like, why? Like, it's just a watered down version, and obviously there's no smoke, so it's just Ornstein. So yeah, it's not really hard. Yeah, I'm putting D. Like, it was nice to see him again, but just kinda whatever, Old Iron King. You fight this guy at the end of Iron Keep, and this was a good ass fight. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. It's sort of similar to Cecil's Discharge, where you can't actually hit his whole body like you might normally would with a big boss. So you have to wait for him to punch you or swing at you, and his fist will like stay in place so you can hit him. And I like this fight. I really do. It's great. It looks cool. Everything's cool. Do I want to put him in S though? I don't think he's an S. I think he's an A. Yeah, put him in A. But really cool though. Really cool. The Pursuer. This fight is freaking epic. He's probably my favorite boss. Please, there we go. In the whole game, and he's just awesome, man. His design, his moveset, how he floats, his like red thing at this helmet, and it's an early fight too. And a lot of people miss him though. He's kind of like in a more secretive area, but I don't know, for how cool he is, and just his overall design that I think is brilliant. I do wish though he was later in the game, because he's an optional boss, and a lot of people miss over him because they just don't find him. And I don't know, I wish he was just later in the game and like a little bit harder, you know. But overall, it's amazing. Like, it's just great. Ooh, oh boy, Royal Rat Authority and Royal Rat Vanguard. I didn't fight Royal Rat Authority, and to be honest, I don't think I missed much. However, Royal Rat Vanguard goes straight in F. Because let me break this down for you. Let me break this down. So, in Majula, there is this big hole, this wealth sort of thing. And you either have the choice to get enough health to fall down and maybe get that ring that the cat has that makes you take less fall damage, or you can get that one dude that builds the ladder so you can climb down. And when you get down there, you might go through some areas, and there's a boss. And this boss says there's a bunch of rats, and one of the rats is the boss. Now, how can you tell which is the right rat? Well, he has a mohawk. I'm not joking. The rat that you're supposed to kill has a mohawk. Need I say more? Oh, guys, we need some ideas. Like anything, like any boss. What do you guys think? Rats? Okay, we need something else. Like, what about the rats? Maybe fight one rat? Maybe a bunch of rats? A big one? A certain rat that you have to kill with. Well, we can't make them the same rat. We gotta make them look different. Anybody got ideas? Mohawk? Alright. It is this up. Alright, I'm moving on. Alright, moving on. Ruined Sentinels. I didn't like him. I don't know, it's a bad trio fight. This is the scorpion thing, Najka. Right off the bat, obviously you can tell that this is inspired by Quelaag. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's not as good as Quelaag. Like, that's a straight fact. But you know, I can see why they did it. You know, the scorpion this time makes sense. They can go through the sand, which is a nice touch. But Quelaag is much better. This is Sin, or however you say it. I did not fight him. I also did not fight Sir alone. I know it's a shame. I've been wanting to fight Sir alone. I just don't know where he is. I need to look it up. Skeleton Lords. Straight to F. This fight is lame. Alright? There's 3 skeleton dudes, I think. Or maybe more. Something like that. And you kill them. And the rest of the fight is just you killing skeletons that die in 1 hit. Oh, but don't worry. They're different kind of skeletons. Normal skeletons, archer skeletons, skeletons with armor, roly-poly skeletons with the wheel ones that spin around. And yeah, that's it. Cool. Smelter Demon. The first one you fight through Iron Keep, and yeah, I'm not really sure where I want to. I want to like this boss, and he looks cool, and he has a cool theme. But the run back is garbage. Like, is it like there's this one move he has where it's just so hard to avoid. It's the one where he like does like he lifts his sword up and just does a straight like slam on the ground, and he tracks you like a genius, like, and the hitbox is so bad. It is so hard to avoid. I'm just gonna see. Like, it's just a run back and hitboxes. I would like to put him higher, but I can't bring myself to do so. The Duke's Dear Freya. This is the soul of Cease the Scaleless, if you remember, the big dragon in Dark Souls 1 that went into the spider thing. And this fight is cool. It's pretty good. Please. There we go. So yeah, it has like 2 heads on each side, and you can hit either one. And yeah. Got really nothing else to say. It's a good fight. And yeah, it's nice to see that Cease the Scaleless went to this thing. Can't say the same about Gravelord Nito though. I'm not sure, like, if the other Lord Souls went to any others. I can't really remember. But this guy, the Rotten, is supposed to be Gravelord Nito, which is very disappointing, because this fight is lame. I don't think it's F, but it's D. And the area that he's in, the Black Gulch, is one of the worst areas in the game. Thankfully, it's not too long though. It's pretty short, but man, and I can't tell you how many times I got invaded in that area. But yeah, let's move on. This is the Throne Watcher and Defender. You fight these guys just before Nasandra and Aldia. And yeah, they're D. It's just whatever. A knockoff of Ornstein Smoke. I think I remember mentioning these guys in the Dark Souls 1 tier list video. And I didn't like them. They're just boring. Like, nothing else to say. Here we go. This is the Dragon Rider duo. This fight... Excuse me. God damn. So yeah, Dragon Rider, normal Dragon Rider is okay. But this, I don't know, like, I like and hate this fight. I hate it because it's just boring, like, it's a reskin, but also, I can see why they did it. Like, it's in Drangleic Castle, and that's like the last area you go into. Well, you go into it like mid-game, and then you come back at the end to fight the last boss. And while you're going through it, you fight these guys, and, you know, this is probably obviously where they came from. They came from the castle to help guard the place, and it makes sense why they're here. These two guys probably worked together for a long time, and they're just waiting for another challenger to try to get past them. So I like and hate this fight. Right, this is Velostad, or however you say it. You fight him just before Vendrick, and yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It's another night boss. He has a big hammer, and his second phase is where he powers up and he has more defense and he does more damage to you. Yeah, not too hard, not too easy either, But yeah, there are a lot more bosses in Dark Souls 2 than there are in Dark Souls 1. Yeah, overall, as you can see, there's just a lot of mediocre to bad bosses. Some good ones and some pretty great ones, to be honest. But if you look at, you know, if you do comparisons, obviously it's different because there's more. But it's just a lot of crappy bosses and mediocre ones. Like, that's a shame, really. And there's a lot that I didn't get to. But I'll look up how to get to them. And I'll update the tier list and let you guys know where I put them. So yeah, I look forward for that. Only 2 S tier ones though, which is a shame, man. It's a real shame. Some A ones, it's some B ones. But damn. But yeah, that's it. Dark Souls 2 all bosses tier list. Next is 3. I'm currently playing 3, as I said. I'm at the Boral Valley or whatever it's called, the snow area. I'm really liking the area, by the way. It has a completely different feel than all the other areas, and it's very nice. I'm liking 3 so far. The movement's a hell of a lot better than 2, but the one thing that I thought that 2 did better than the other ones is the jumping. I really like the jumping in Dark Souls 2, even more than Elden Ring. I don't know, that's just me. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. This video's already way too long. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, all that great stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. And let me know what other tier lists I can do. Like, I want to do more of these. I want to keep doing these. I love tier lists. I've got some in mind. And I also want to say that I'm going to be returning to the Subnautica series. I know it's been a long-ass time. Uh, the main reason I've left a lot of series like Subnautica Below Zero, Outlast. I didn't quite finish the normal Terraria series. I don't think I'll really get to that though. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I want to return to those other series at some point. And I apologize for how long you've been waiting, but we're gonna try to stay on track with those. And yeah, I already did my outro, so bye.